Welcome back to the Arkansas A&M Black Bears Dynasty on NCAA Football 14, guys. And we are in week 9. It is our second bye week of the season. And we are coming off a blowout win over ULM, 52-17. We're bowl eligible again at 6-1, but we're still kind of down after our loss to A-State 2 weeks ago. That game really threw a wrench into the plans for this season. But this team, we're doing okay. We're okay. But concerns have started to circulate across campus. Randy Thomas II, turnover prone for the past couple weeks. He's second in the nation with passing yards with 2,062 yards, 12 touchdowns, 13 interceptions on the year. I think RG2 is forcing the ball a lot more. He just does not have that cannon of an arm. He doesn't have the vision. I say like a T-Rob or somebody like that, but he's a winner. And he's only lost one game this season. So we've got to keep a close eye on this QB race. Coach has already said if Randy keeps turning the ball over, we're going to have to make some changes. On the ground, Gonzalez is inching his way to 1,000 yards, man, 114 carries, 755 yards, 11 touchdowns. Randy has 480 yards on the ground, 3 scores. Justin Smith, he's got 214 carries with 10 touchdowns in his senior campaign. Jonathan Keys, 22 carries, 165, and 4 scores. Out wide, DJ leads the way, 49 grabs, 721, 5 scores. Keith Miller, 33 catches, 410, and a touchdown. We got to get him in the end zone. We got to give him in the end zone a lot more, man. I want him to get at least 5 touchdowns, 6, 7 max by the end of the season. Brock has 24 grabs for 303 and a score. AJ, 18 catches, 310 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Keys out of the backfield, 16 for 195 and a score. Gonzalez has caught 6 balls. Richie Carroll, 5 for 76 and a touchdown. And Vic Johnson, 4 for 81. Justin has 4 for 37. And DJ Ryan, 3 for 46. Defensively, we shut down ULM this week. Rob leads the way with 47 tackles, 12 TFLs on the year. James Ryan, second on the team with 31. Kraft having a great year for us, 31 tackles. Mark Prince, 26 tackles. Kyle Butler, the true freshman, 26 tackles and 3 sacks, 9 TFLs on the year. Nate has 22 tackles. Mark Lawson has 21. Sean Brown, another true freshman, seeing a lot of playing time. He's got 21 tackles on the year. Mike Davis has 15. Booth has 12 tackles. In the sack department, it's the freshman leading the way. Look at this, man. Wow. Corey Mark has 3. Kyle Butler has 3. James Riley at D tackle, the redshirt freshman, he has 2. So does Charles Parks, the sophomore. Rob has 2. Then you got Ryan, Johnson, Prince, Burrell, Bo Reynolds, each have 1. I'd love to see Bo get at least like 4 or 5 sacks by the end of the year. And in the turnover department, Mark Prince, 2 picks. Davis has 1. Kraft has 1, and so does Mark Lawson. So let's take a look at the polls right now. Bama is your number 1 team, 7-0, getting ready to take on number 18, Tennessee. Penn State is in at 2. Clemson, they're back up to number 3. Stanford sitting at 4. Auburn at 5. Oklahoma jumps up a spot to 6. Mississippi State is up a spot to 7. Texas up a spot to 8. Georgia jumps 2 spots to 9. Illinois is up 2 spots to 10. Got TCU, they make a huge jump, 4 spots to 11. There we are. We go up 4 spots to 12. South Carolina's up 7 spots to 13. And you got UCLA down 4 spots to 10. Florida State's up 3 spots to 15. You got Oregon up 5 spots to 16. Utah up 2 spots to 17. Tennessee drops 5 spots to 18. Florida's up 4 spots to 19. Indiana down 3 spots to 20. Michigan's up 3 spots to 21. Washington tumbles. Wow, they fell 16 spots after losing to Cal. They're down to 22. Georgia Tech's up 2 spots to 23. Arizona State falls 10 spots to 24 after losing to Colorado. And then Baylor rounds out your top 25. Wow. So here's a look at the Sun Belt standings right now. Georgia State is undefeated at 6-0, 3-0 in conference. We play them here in a little bit. I want to say in a couple weeks. Arkansas State 4-3, but they're 3-0 in conference. We need them to lose. We need them to take an L. We need them to take 2 L's, matter of fact. I think we could beat Georgia State, but we need Arkansas State to lose at least 2 games in the conference. So it was a big week of recruiting for our boys, man. We got our quarterback of the future. Craig Washington is staying at home and will be a Arkansas A&M Black Bear. He committed after his visit last week. The 6'4", 210-pounder is going to be something special, man. Great combination of arm strength, mobility. Only thing he needs to work on while he's on campus is that accuracy. But I really do think that this kid is going to be a star for Arkansas A&M in the future. We're losing 3 wide receivers to graduation this year, and we've replaced them all in a big swoop. First up is Jim Smith from Searcy, Arkansas, 6'5", 224. He's ranked 116th in this recruiting class, but I think he's going to be a lot better, man. 6'4", he's got 90 speed, 81 agility. The catching is solid, 72. Route running could use some work. The release could use some work. He's definitely a candidate for the red shirt. But with that size at 6'5", 224, he's going to be a problem against cornerbacks that are like 5'11" and 6 foot. We also picked up another tall wideout. This is Will Rogers from Louisiana, 6'4", 214, number 53 in the class. And again, another solid guy here. 85 speed, 78 agility, 85 acceleration. Not going to wow you with the speed, but the route running, 78, spec catch, 82, release of 72, hands of 71. Great threat across the middle, more of your possession type wide receiver. Think more like what Keith Miller is for us right now. But then we went down to the JUCO route. Will Johnson from Mississippi, 6 foot 190, 3-star prospect. And he's an all-around great receiver. 93 speed, 77 agility, 93 acceleration, 77 catching, 85 route running. The spec catch isn't that great. The release is definitely great. I can see him playing in the slot between Carroll and Marcus Brock next season. In the backfield, we're losing Justin Smith to graduation, so we're looking to fill that role. Philip Fagan from Texas, 5'11", 207, a 4-star prospect, number 25 in this recruiting class, and he's got some solid traits across the board, 89 speed, 81 agility, 85 acceleration. The break tackle could use some work, so could the trucking. Kind of elusive, nice spin move and juke move. The carrying is a little bit concerning, 63 carrying. But he can come out the backfield a little bit with the route running of a 69. I like him. Do I think that he could get playing time his first year? Probably not. So look for us to try to pick up another running back as well. Got a couple guys that I've scouted already, but haven't quite put on the board. So to the top of the board we go. Looking at the numbers, Brian Jones has A&M as his number 1 team. If you remember, this is a stud outside linebacker. Your prototypical outside linebacker, great tackling ability, great zone coverage as well. Then we've got one of the best defensive ends that we've ever scouted, Justin Ferguson, 6'2", 240 from Alabama. We're in a dogfight. UAB and Auburn are ahead of us, but we're still fighting for this talented defensive end. 84 speed, 85 finesse move, 78 block shed, 79 tackle. You put him together with the defensive line that we've already built here on campus, this dude is going to be a problem. We are going to have one of the best defensive lines in the country next year if he decides to come here. So we're trying to stir up that secondary. This is Jason Harris from Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. 6 foot 198, the number 15th ranked corner in this class, and we might have found the best player in the secondary right now. 91 speed, the agility is not that great with 75, acceleration solid at 89, great play rec, very smart player, but guys, look at the coverage ability. 88 man, 88 zone, 90 press. This kid is a lockdown corner. We could put him on the outside and not have to worry about that side of the field all game. We have a kicker on the board here. This is Keaton Holt from Jenks, Oklahoma, 6'1", 165. Got a booming leg, 87 kick power. Accuracy is a bit of a concern. But the one thing we like about this kid, he is not afraid to put his nose on the ball. He will run down with the special teamers and try to make a tackle. You can't ask for anything more out of your kicker. Our lead is starting to grow for center John Hawkins, the 6 foot 285 3-star prospect from West Memphis, Arkansas. We're looking for more depth at that center position. We'll be losing Valentine next season. Meyer will take over for 1 year, then he graduates. So it'll give Hawkins a lot of time to learn the position and learn the offense sitting behind those two upperclassmen. Only one athlete on the board this year, Will Mosby from Texas, 6'1", 222. And this kid could play all over the field. 86 speed, 81 agility, 95 acceleration, great jumping. He can tackle, great hit power, great coverage ability. He can also run the football. We could put him out at linebacker, maybe as a box safety with his tackling ability. He's not that fast, though, to be a deep safety. We could use him more of a hybrid type, but he's got a lot of tools that we like for sure. Here's another corner to keep your eye on. Jermaine Coco from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 5'10", 180, and he is close to signing with the Black Bears. Great speed with 91 speed. The agility, acceleration are solid. Great coverage ability. The press is a little concerning. The tackling is as well, but he could be a project down the road. I could see him get some playing time maybe in his junior year. We're building up great depth in the linebacker room. This is Phil Anderson from Brent, Florida, 6'3", 204, number 97 outside linebacker in this class, 3-star prospect, and I like him because of the speed. 88 speed, the agility needs a lot of work. That means his hips are bad. He can't readjust in coverage. 87 acceleration, tackling is pretty solid. But that's about it. The block shedding needs a lot of work. He could be a project, definitely a candidate for the red shirt, but with 88 speed, that's just too hard to pass up. With Rob graduating this year, James Ryan graduating next year, we're going to have a hole at middle linebacker. Trying to add some depth, this is Trey Jolly from Florida, 6'1", 225, 3-star prospect, and just a solid guy all around, 86 speed. The agility is awful, 59 agility, 80 acceleration, great tackling though, 77, hit power is solid. He can get off of blocks with a finesse move, decent block shedding, no coverage ability whatsoever. So he could be like a 2-down linebacker and pull him off and cut like in a 3rd down position. But I like his traits and I like his size a lot at 6'1", 225. He's actually ready for a visit. So let's bring him in against Georgia State, along with a host of other defensive players. So here are some new players that we have added to the board, and I'm excited for this young man. This is Donald Thomas, 6'2", 184 from Texas, a 4-star prospect. He is the number 22 wide receiver in this class. And listen, we might have found one here, fellas. 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 71 catching, but the route running is an 87. Spec catch, 69, releases 69. Nice elusiveness. Not really like a shake and bake kind of guy, but once he gets his hands on the ball, he could be a home run hitter for us. So we do actually have another athlete on the board. This is Trey Morgan from Texas, 6'2", 225, another 4-star prospect, number 15 in this athlete class. And another guy who's just a Swiss Army knife, 88 speed, 84 agility, 94 acceleration, decent man coverage, decent zone coverage, but he is built as a wide receiver. Look at the catching ability, 80 catching, 76 spec catch, 86 route running, 81 release. He can carry the ball. He's got great ball carrier vision. Again, we're trying to give more weapons to T-Rob next year, Larry Johnson down the road, and Craig Washington down the road too. And I think that Trey Morgan could be that guy for us with that 86 route running and 80 catching. This dude's going to be nice. And we have a pretty solid defensive line already, but you can never have too much depth. This is Jimmy Stewart from Wellington, Florida, 6'6", 247, 2-star prospect, number 113 in this class. He's a JUCO transfer, decent speed, 70 speed, but my interest is that power move. 80 power move, 76 block shed. He's got great tackling ability, decent hit power, great play rec. Just another weapon on that defensive line for us. The problem is he might get lost in rotation because we are so young at defensive tackle right now. But again, having this guy on the squad could help us out a lot. So a lot of you guys have asked to see the recruiting board of all prospects. And listen, there are some players out here this year. We'll start at the top of the board. This is Jonathan Wright, the number 1 player in the country right now, 6'1", 201, a wide receiver, 5-star prospect. He ran a 4.3 40. and he's headed to Arkansas, which is scary for us considering that is one of our rivals. But listen, A, speed, B, agility, A, acceleration, C, catching, B, route running. This kid's going to be dangerous, man. He's from Caldwell, Idaho, and headed to Arkansas to play football. Second on the board is an athlete, Joe Young from Reno, Nevada, 6'4", 213, 4'6", 640. And I believe he's built more of a court as a quarterback. Yeah, he's a quarterback. B, throw power, B, accuracy, C, speed, agility, and B, acceleration. His top three schools right now are USC, Nebraska, Texas, but he's also got Michigan, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and Alabama. But he has no scholarship offers. That's interesting. Number 3 on the board, another wide receiver, Calvin Smith from North Carolina. Looks like he's staying at home to play for the Tar Heels. He ran a 4.42. Then you've got another athlete here. This is Ryan Johnson from Richfield, Minnesota, 6'3", 214, and he's staying at home to play for the Gophers. Steve Scott, 5-star prospect, 6'2", 193, another wide receiver from Richardson, Texas, and he's taking his talents to Tulsa. He's picking schools. He's picking Tulsa over Houston, LSU. Who else is on this list? Oklahoma, TCU, Baylor, the Raging Cajuns, and Arkansas was on this list as well. Wow. Here's another 5-star athlete. This is John Tyler from Georgia. He's heading out west to play for USC. He ran a 4.38 40. Wow, and he picked USC over Clemson, the Buckeyes, Bama, LSU. The big-name schools were really trying to get him. But he's got A, speed. It looks like he's a corner. B, man coverage. B, zone coverage. What's his carrying? B, carrying. So he could play running back as well, but I'm sure they're going to put him at cornerback. Number 7 on the board is Corey Kaplan from Idaho, 6'1", 201. Looks like he's headed to USC with a 4.5 40. Here's a running back, DeMarcus Harris, the number 1 running back in the country, Rio Grande City, Texas. He ran a 4.4 40, and he's headed to Kansas. At number 9, another wide receiver, Cole Neely, 6'5", 210 from Utah. And this kid is going to Arkansas as well. He ran a 4.4 40. B, speed, B, agility, C, acceleration, B, catching, B, spec catch, C, catch in traffic, and B, route running. Oh, my gosh. Another good receiver for the Razorbacks. And rounding out your top 10, you've got Cedric Brown, an athlete from Berkeley, California, and he is headed to Notre Dame. He ran a 4.56 40. Being an athlete, he looks like he is going to be a wide receiver with B, catching, B, spec catch, B, route running, and B, release. Look at his top 3 schools, y'all. Look at his top 3 schools. Illinois, Arkansas, UCLA, Bama, Ole Miss, Wisconsin. Why is everybody interested to go to Arkansas all of a sudden, man? So here's a look at the recruiting classes, man. The top classes so far. Notre Dame in at number 1 with 12 recruits. They've got 1 5-star, 8 4-stars, and 3 3-stars. UCLA has 11 prospects. Look at Arkansas, man, with those 2 5-star wide receivers, 3 4-stars, and 3 3-stars. They've got 8 new players going to be on campus next year. Penn State's up here. They've got 8 recruits coming in. Mississippi State, Auburn, and then it's your boys. In at number 7 with 6 recruits so far, but we're looking to add more. Again, I think this could be one of those recruiting classes when we look back and it's going to be like, yeah, they were legendary. Washington is in at 8, Oregon at 9, Michigan in your top 10. Who would be the next guy up in our conference? Troy. Yep, 0-6 Troy. Their top 25 recruiting class. 14 new prospects coming to campus. And next up would be, Idaho. Idaho in at number 53. They got 7 recruits. Look at Clemson. They've only got 3 players coming in. They're at 55. All right, fellas, so we sim ahead a little bit, and we pick up 2 more recruits. Keaton Holt from Oklahoma, the strong leg kicker. He's going to push Kelly Clark next season for playing time. And then we picked up cornerback Jermaine Coco from Milwaukee, adding more depth to that cornerback room. Here we go, Brian Jones. Keep that lead growing, baby. We are in a dogfight for Justin Ferguson. We have to keep this close. If we can keep this going into the offseason, I believe we could pull this one out if we put enough points into him. Our lead is growing for Jason Harris. He's actually ready to come visit. He's going to go to Georgia first. No, he's going to come to us first. We'll get him in against Idaho. Hawkins already came to visit. How's our lead looking for him? Yep, we're still up. Mosby is ready to commit. I like it, man. I like it. He'll be here week 11. Phil Anderson, lead is growing. Trey Jolly, the lead is growing. Donald Thomas, the lead is growing. Trey Morgan, oh my gosh. Can I max him out? Yeah, we're going to have to max these guys out. Offer them scholarships. I want Trey Morgan, man. I wish I would have found him earlier. So we creep back up into the top 10, and we head out on the road to get ready to take on New Mexico State and the Aggies. They're 5-2 on the season, but we can't take these boys lightly. Last time we were out on the road, that's when we lost to A-State. We've got to come out, play focused football, start off hot, and just keep building off of that momentum and keeping our foot on the pedal. We'll walk out of New Mexico with our 7th win of the season. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you stop and smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Don't forget to ring that bell. Join the Noti Squad. Make sure you guys check out all those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And come through and join the Discord fan for exclusive content. And we'll talk from New Mexico when we take on the 5-2 Aggies. Have a great day, guys. 2 fingers in the air. Peace.